Hey guys, it's a little dark out here. I need to turn on my flashlight. Please help. There's a lot of activity going on right now in my place of residence, so I'm outside, which is a little interesting, but I wanted to be out here. Um, sorry, I'm also like getting situated. I did wanna, I did wanna say thank you to all the new people who subscribed to my YouTube channel in the last few days. It really means a lot to me, and I just am really grateful to have you guys here. And I'm thankful that the messages that I have been speaking about recently resonate with you, and um, it just is reaching people who I feel like are calling in support in different ways. So I'm really, 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 really thankful that the messages are reaching everyone and that you all decided to subscribe. So I do want to start doing a live. Thursdays or Fridays is my goal, but of course, it depends on how the week is going. But I do want to try my best to be here and be present, especially so I can engage with everyone and just get to know the people who are here. Um, and this is a safe space, so of course, I do like to say that it's a space where I encourage respect and I don't tolerate things that are not respectful. So I do want to just go ahead and say that now. Um, so today's live is going to be about two main topics. The first one is going to be about the seven deadly sins. So I'm also looking them up on my computer real quick as well because I do not have them memorized and I wanted to highlight what they are. So I was watching a live the other day that Lorie did where she was talking about the seven deadly sins, and she had recently gone on a trip to the Sinai desert. So if you guys don't follow her, I did put that information in the details for this video. I'm being a bit cryptic because this algae is a little glitchy and I want to be careful of that. But I did want to go deeper into that because when I watched the video that she did, it really spoke to me because she was talking about how when she was in the Sinai desert, she was able to hear God more clearly, and God was explaining to her, and I can't remember if she said God or Jesus. I think it was God though. But she was saying, because she's able to connect to both of those. I mean, we all are, of course, but she's been able to really create like a clear channel and connection with Jesus, which I thought was really interesting. And it's also just a reminder of the possibilities that we all have the ability to connect in that way. Um, so, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because she was talking about how God or Jesus told her that the reason that humanity is still struggling in a sense to hear God or connect with God is because of the seven deadly sins. So when she said that, I was like, okay, I feel like I've heard of these. I feel like I know what they are, but I don't really remember what they are. And so I figured I would do some research to remind myself of what they are. So they are pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. And I'm going to explain what those are. And then there is okay, good, it's on here. And then there are corresponding virtues, which are essentially the opposite of the sins. So the way I see it is like the sins are kind of like a lower vibrational frequency, and then the virtues are a higher vibrational frequency. So pride is an excessive view of oneself without regard for others, often considered the root of all sin. This is just what Google is saying, so please bear that in mind. Greed is an excessive pursuit of love, an excessive pursuit of and love of an attachment to material goods. Oh, I guess I should kind of like intuitively feeling, or like not feeling, but express what I think about these two. Excuse me. So pride. Let's go back. Pride is an excessive view of oneself without regard for others, often considered the root of all sin. So when I see pride, or when I feel pride, like the energy of pride, to me it feels kind of like it's like a lack of compassion in a sense. And it's almost like you're putting yourself on a pedestal to the point where it's almost like you think you're beyond humanness. Like almost like you're probably aware that you're human, but you are it's like you're blinded by your self-righteousness, if that makes sense. Okay. Now, greed. Greed is an excessive pursuit of love and attachment to material goods. So the way I see that is like it's almost like this is what came through the other day, but it's almost like you're worshiping something outside of God and what God is bringing into your life. Why is this an issue? Well, I mean, I just remember growing up going to church, they would talk about like false idols, idolatry. And to me, when you're greedy, the things that you are fixating on or like worshiping is it's like false idols. That's the way I see it. It's like not God. And I guess God, gives us different resources and tools to exist. But I think greed is when it's like you forget that we're here to serve a purpose through God. And I feel like when you're greedy, it's almost like you're saying like F this, F what God gave me. I'm gonna just do me. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. I'm gonna do what I need to do. F all the other stuff. Um yeah, I don't think that ends up going in the best way typically. I think we all have probably experienced different aspects of these, but yeah. Oh, it says these are known as capital vices. Okay, so vices versus virtues. Y'all, I'm learning new words and new ways of understanding it. So, wrath. This is strong anger and hate towards another person or a disordered desire for vengeance. I feel like, again, to me, this goes back to lacking compassion. Um, and it's like the anger is so intense that you're not able to like hear God because you're so angry that you're not even able to like extend compassion or forgiveness to someone else. And again, compassion, forgiveness, I think is a very personal journey. Sometimes people do go through extremely gut wrenchingly painful, disgusting things, and that process of forgiveness may take them a while to get to that point. I am, when I feel into this, it just feels like this insatiable anger. And again, when I'm thinking about these vices, I also can't help but think about the fact that everything is a mirror in this reality. So if you're experiencing these things, then it also means that you're experiencing it towards yourself, if that makes sense. So, like, if you have a wrath, you are so angry, and I feel like you're at the root of it, you're angry with yourself, but you don't really know how to process it. You don't really know how to make sense of it, so you project it onto other people. But you're also probably going through that in your quiet time. So it's like a very intense energy. Um, yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna go through all of them because intuitively I just felt like I should not. So I would encourage you guys to check out these and kind of feel into them for yourselves. But I will now go to the virtues. Um, and did I read all of these? I don't know if I did read them all before, but I'm being told not to go through them in too much depth right now. But the virtues are humility, charity, patience, kindness, chastity, temperance, and diligence. So I encourage you to read those. And then in your quiet time, I implore you, that's such an intense word, but I invite you, let's say that instead, to really reflect on how these are showing up in your own life. I'm doing the same thing. I've been thinking about this week ever since I saw that video, and I'm going to continue to because it's just really deep to me. Like, just realizing how deep this is ingrained in our society and how it is really impacting other people and affecting other people. Okay, so I do want to now jump gears, switch gears, because it's a little chilly out here, so I'm not planning on being out here much longer. So, what else? Oh, I wanted to talk about holiday shielding. And I have a microphone. I think I'm gonna have to get the microphone that I have for this because I don't think it's picking up my voice the best. Okay, things that I'm mentally noting. So holiday shielding. These are things I'm telling myself, and I did want to share with others just in case it's helpful. But of course, during the holidays, most of us are going to be around more family, more friends, and it's really, really important, in my opinion. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's really, really important to remember to continue to shield yourself, protect your energy, protect your potential. And so these are the things that have been coming through intuitively for me to do, and I like to share them with you. So, in the morning before you start your day, before you interact with a bunch of people, do your best to do your shielding practice, your grounding practice, and then reminding yourself of your boundaries. I do think it's important to think about it in the beginning of the day before you are around a bunch of people, because when you are around a bunch of people, then sometimes it could just fly out the window unintentionally, but it does. Gotta try your best out here. So I would say, people like to ask a lot of questions during the holidays. What you doing? What you up to? What you got going on? Who you dating? I think there's like a deer or something. Okay. And honestly, it can just be really draining if you don't feel like talking about it. I mean, some people may love it, talking about that stuff. Personally, I don't. I'm so just in my own little world these days. I don't really like talking about everything I have going on because, to be honest, I just feel like if I want to talk about something, I will, but a lot of times I don't feel like it. Why don't I feel like it? Because explaining it when I'm still processing it myself or just trying to feel through it one microsecond at a time, it's a lot. And then people will give you advice, and those that love you will give you advice, and that's normal. But I feel like your body will tell you a lot. Your body will tell you if a situation you're in is not really healthy for you. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, most of the time when you're around this person, or when you guys are having disagreements, or just different things will happen that will ping you to let you know, like, okay, this is not good. The biggest thing I've realized is mutual respect at the foundation of a connection. Is it or is it not? We're all just trying to figure that out, honestly. But I just haven't really had the desire to tell my family my whole life story. And when I was younger, I feel like I would talk so much and just like try to be this people pleaser. Now I'm just like, look, I don't really want to talk. How's life? How's everything going? Fine. It's going good. I'm just, or I'll say it's going okay. I'm just figuring it out like the next person. But when people start asking me a bunch of details, I'll honestly say, like, I don't really feel like talking about this right now. Can we talk about something else, please? And that will cut that conversation so short, and you will save yourself the time and the energy exchange of talking to them about the things you don't even feel like talking about. Now, if you do feel like talking about it, that's fine. Do you, boo? Live your life. But I'm just letting you know, you can save time. Is it a deer? Is it? You can save time and energy by just not talking. And to me, honestly, it's just so much more peaceful that way. Truly, it is. And you'll have, hmm, okay, you'll have friends that you may want to talk to, or like people that you may want to talk to, but at the end of the day, you have to use your discernment with that. But I do feel like it's important to be careful. Just be careful. Um, God, come into this space, protect and reinforce. Thank you. Yeah, so that is that. But I pray everyone has a beautiful holiday with their friends and their families. And just remember your boundaries. You don't have to speak about what you don't want to speak about. You don't have to talk about what you don't want to talk about. This is your life, and you have sovereignty over your life and the things that happen in your life. And for me personally, I've just been feeling a lot more relaxed and at peace by just kind of keeping to myself. And you can exist and, speak, people be around, and you can be like, hello, but you don't have to speak about things or talk about things more than you're comfortable with. So, anyways, I'm going to save this to my page. I pray that it reaches you, whoever you are, who are calling in this message. Check out the video details for more information, including Lorie's page name, so you can check out her journey to the Sinai Desert. And what else? Yes, like, subscribe, share with a friend who could use this message. I am posting shorts that I'm channeling messages for, and then I'm also posting longer videos sometimes, but more so, I kind of want to start doing lives more. So yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. I'll see you next time. Peace.